Alrighty then, g'day guys, and welcome. My name is Michael, I'm the Dead Aussie Gamer, and welcome to Pathfinder 2nd Edition, Curse of the Crimson Throne. The Pathfinder 1st Edition adventure that we had converted into 2nd to play with these wonderful and incredible people that you can see next to me, my beloved Patreons. Say good morning, everyone.
Good morning, everyone.
Good morning,
everyone.
Yay! It's good to see you all. It feels like it has been far too long since we have done Curse of the Crimson Throne game. So I'm super excited to be here. Very, very keen to get stuck in. So we won't take too much time with the intro. So we're going to just speed fire into the opening because, you know how it is. So, first of all, real quick, a massive shout out to both Laura Bones and our dear friend Io Janasi for their resubscriptions. Mwah! It is always wonderful to see that number grow ever higher. Because Laura was one of my first Twitch subscribers. So it's a good way to know how many months I've been doing this. So for the whopping 54-month sub, and Ire for the 26-month sub. Thank you so kindly. And I can tell you that in person because you're here. Now, super quick. Here we go. First of all, we want to take a moment to thank our sponsors. These are the people that help us keep the lights on and allow us to continue to do all the cool things that we do. Starting, of course, with Hero Forge for the wonderful artworks you can see on the screen. Whether it's for VTTs or whether it's for displays like I do for online streaming, Hero Forge is my go-to because not only is it the most robust 3D character model making program out there in the world at the moment, but you can also get them 3D printed for yourself for your use at home with premium plastic, or if you are lazy like me, in color print. Pro subscribers get access to so many different options that are updated constantly, and if you are a 3D model maker yourself, then be prepared, because not only will you find a massive amount of customization, but very soon coming up is going to be kit bashing, where you're going to be able to create a number of different things that will kit bash a ton of your ideas together for use in your own 3D printing adventure. So there you go. Huzzah! Next up, of course, we want to thank Sirenscape for the wonderful sounds you will hear throughout the course of today's game. Sirenscape is a massive soundboard that allows us to bring to life our games as we play, because every epic game deserves to sound epic, and for $50 for a yearly subscription to this massive soundboard, it is honestly a steal. So consider going and checking out Sirenscape. And lastly, our VTT of choice, Fantasy Grounds, for all of the cool stuff that I do. Look, there are so many VTTs out there. There's one for everything that you need, every tool that you have. My choice for Fantasy Grounds comes from my versatility. I can literally pivot on a dime when it comes to creating encounters, designing things for my players, and of course for you guys to enjoy as well. If you guys submitted me a map and gave me an encounter, I could have it in Fantasy Grounds in less than 10 minutes. That is how quick I am with it, and that's why I use it. So if you want to also have this very versatile and fun app do all the legwork for you in your gaming, consider following our subscription thingy. Boop, boop, boop. Press the button. That's the thing. Because when you do so and you buy a thing from Fantasy Grounds using our affiliate code, a little kickback comes back to Old Daggerino, and that's a thing. Okie dokie. Next up, of course, we look at our dear players and the characters that they're playing, because it has been a while. So let's do a proper recap here. Behold the Twiff, a.k.a. Patrick. Patrick is a gunslinger who wanted to be a wizard, but then was told, get the fuck out, you're not allowed to be a wizard, and was made into a gunslinger. This rootin' tootin' shootin' character has been a major part of this campaign since the beginning, as chaos has unfolded in the city of Korvosa since the death of the Emperor, and Patrick has done their part in trying to keep the streets safe from not only riots, but from plagues, from vampires, you name it. Patrick has likely shot it. This is a wonderful character that has been
and I've only inspired one riot myself.
That's true. And murdered one, and maybe murdered one member.
Complete misinterpretation.
Look, okay, yeah, sure. We'll get to that. Also, real quick, thank you to Iron Janasi for the 1,000 bits. You bloody awesome legend. Thank you so much. And Skuliai for our $70 donation, which we will get through when we get there. But thank you so much. Unfortunately, not joining us today is Holly, our fairy rogue, who had I mean, do you call them a born-again Asmodean? I mean, that's kind of weird. Anyway, yeah, she started her life as a fairy princess, trying to outrun a marriage, who was then basically thrown into the world of humans, where she wanted to be a hero, found out that being a hero has lots of different facets to it, and eventually found that in order to do good, she had to do a little evil, and signed up with the Church of Asmodeus. Unintentionally trying to finagle her way through contracts, she unleashed the 7 deadly sins in the form of 7 devils that are now unleashed upon the town of Korvosa. The group's side quest, I guess, is to try and bring to bear these various devils. The Devil of Pride, however, has another plan in mind, and the group has met him already, and, well, he's just doing his own thing. I think he took something from you guys. I think he took Holly's arm or something.
Hand and then gave it back, but it wasn't really her hand.
Yes, that's right. Yep. It has the thing. It has the key that would reseal them, so he has that. All right. Next up, of course, playing the role of Quinn is our dear friend Ira Genasi. Now, Quinn is an investigator who has operated in town for many, many years, has friends in high and low places, and has, like Patrick, been helping protect the people of Korvosa for some time. Armed with the incredible Stormblade, an artifact found upon their journey, Quinn has cut swaths through enemies and has done her best in order to try and uphold peace in the city, much like her, I want to say idol, but you can correct me on this, a mysterious figure known to the people of the city as Blackjack. A role that has now fallen, perhaps, on Quinn's hands to take up the mantle, but more on that later. Next up, playing the role of Dante, our Kitsune druid, is our dear, dear friend Rykon. Dante had come to the town from the outskirts of the forested areas surrounding Korvosa. Their pretty much friendship with someone in town had constantly been the source of what had brought them to the city, but finding out that their friend had succumbed to the drug trade and eventually was killed, Dante went on a quest to try and remove drugs from the city and to find those people who had been responsible and bring them to justice in one way, shape, or form. Whether that's wilderness justice or city justice is still yet to be determined. Welcome in, Rykon.
Hello.
Hello.
No, it's kind of hard when we keep getting all these other things happening too.
That's true. Next up, of course, playing the role of Agnes, the loving motherly figure, a Varisian woman who had previously in her life been a traveler on the various caravans, but since having her daughter settled into the city of Korvosa. After a few random fires had occurred, through no fault of anyone's own, Agnes was then also swept into the path of our heroes and has decided to also take a firm investment in the future of Korvosa, protecting not only her city, but her daughter as well. On the side, we also get to see Agnes in a bit of a romance with a particular fisherman on the docks named Fisherman Dan.
Fisherman Dan.
Fisherman Dan. And that's actually been like the cutest thing in the world. And last but not least, we have Mercutio, a undead who has been risen through the means of an evil necromancer. He, however, believes that he is a paladin of Iomade and thus should act accordingly. Although it is now coming to bear whether or not, since being raised as an undead, are his memories real, or are his memories simply supplanted by the necromancer? Was there ever really a Mercutio? Lots of existential crises happening with that particular character there. And this character would normally be played by Marcus the DM, but he is at work and in chat, and we love him, and we send him all the well wishes. Now, real quick, thank you to our dear friends Christina for the 510 big old biddies, and Cross the Stream, good to see you, my friend. Welcome in, and thank you for the lovely heart bits. Yes. Did I forget anyone else? No, I didn't. Okay, cool. Lastly, we have one more.
Had a donation.
We do. We have one more person to thank before we jump into today's game, and that is you guys in the audience. Thank you so much for joining us and being a part of our stream. It means so much for us to have you here. So we invite you to come behind the GM screen and help us while we play. And there are a number of ways you can join into the fun as we are going so. First of all, just by watching and subscribing, you earn channel points, which can be used for a number of different things. Insight bonuses, inspiration, divine healing, divine intervention, a ton of cool stuff that is right there. And as mentioned, subscribers do get more points earned by watching. So there you go. Next, if you do have some disposable income and do love the daggerinos, there is the Dag Gloves thing, which we have just hit thanks to our dear friend Schoolie. The rewards here are more tangible and have an active part in the game as we play. Starting with our $5 donation for hero points, these little red marks here, or jinx points, these purple marks that don't exist. These hero points can be used by my players to stave off death, petition the GM for nonsense that isn't in the game, or roll with advantage. Jinx points allow me to do the same with bad guys, complicate matters, or counter hero points. For $10, I will draw from one of two, count them, 2 decks of cards. The first deck is either your choice of a heroic action deck, which will give a player of your choice a heroic action, or a plot twist deck, where I will draw a random plot twist, such as backstabbed, and that plot twist will happen in the game. For $20, you can give someone the coveted golden natural 20, which is a natural 20. For $50, you can increase the difficulty of an encounter, making the group fight a boss instead of a minion, or a TPK encounter instead of a boss. Alternatively, for that $50, you can provide them a magic item of your choice. Basically, this can be a homebrew item, this can be a magic item from Pathfinder, or it can be a set item, which we can start working on for a particular character of your choice. Right now, we were working on a set for Holly, but we can also work on another set while she's away, if that is another thing. But yeah. And lastly, we have the secret menu item. The secret menu item is the $100 big old donation, which comes so kindly and so courteously of not only your doing, but also in general. Like it's just a huge thing. So with today's secret menu item, the secret menu item for today is, with our group having gotten through basically the Tarrasque. They're not only getting the magic items and the treasure from the treasure golem that they have just beaten, as well as a special item from Tony, which they are going to get here. In addition, I'm going to give our players an iron flask. This is a powerful artifact in the Pathfinder world. For the iron flask functions in 2 ways. Firstly, if filled with something, a creature of any CR, it is then, by opening the cork, released and enslaved by the person who has the iron flask. Alternatively, if it is empty, it can be used to trap any CR of creature who attempts to drink from that flask. It is a perfect seal. One with no saving throw and no means to defend. Now, with our group going up against some Rakshasa and the 7 Deadly Sins and a whole bunch of other stuff, there is a very good use for this this flask. So that is today's secret menu item.
Looks at the blood vessel pulsing nearby.
Yes. Yeah, well, I mean, you could potentially take the pseudo Tarrasque. Let's see. Let's get these things going. So first of all, from Schoolie, first plot twist. The first plot twist is not black and white. Okay, so that'll be the plot twist for today. Boom, boom. A natural 20 for Padraig and Agnes. All right, so let's get those natural 20s. 1 for Padraig. And 1 for Agnes. Done. We have 4 Jinx points. Love that. Thank you, Schoolie. All right. Brilliant. You bloody legend, you. And Christina, thank you so much for the zombie bits. I always love zombie bits. All right. I think we're good. We're good? Everyone good? Game time?
Yeah. Are you good?
Yep.
Yeah. Sweet.
Let's
All right.
roll.
Let's do it. All right. Without any further ado, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, we find ourselves once again back in the city of Korvosa. Well, not really. Deep below the city of Korvosa, there is a series of criminal activities that happen outside of the vision of the general public. One such activity is the Battle Royale, a fierce and competitive street fight that takes place with criminals and thieves, brigands and brutes who fight and shed blood for money. An illegal activity for many, many years, but one that has always been managed with various brokers and evil organizations. Our heroes found themselves competing in said fight in order to try and curry favor from an individual known as La Rouge, a master of disguise and a goblin who had promised to sneak them in to the Arconus Palace. The Arconus, a group of, nobles in the town, who our group had found out is actually a group of prideful creatures known as the rakshasa, were hiding in plain sight among the nobility of the city. The important thing was, according to their artist friend, a person whose name is escaping me at the moment, the artist's name was... Extra points for anyone who can remember. It was... God damn it, I can't remember it.
That guy.
That guy. Yes, the dastardly artist known as that guy. Anyway, the
that
artist...
crazy guy.
That crazy guy.
The only one I have for an artist is Salvador's Scream.
That guy. That's the
That's
guy.
the one.
That's the guy.
Hey.
I have like people on my notes and I'm like, is that the one?
That's the one. All right.
That
So
is the
Salvador
one?
Scream. I knew. The thing is, I knew it had like that alliteration to it, and I was just like, ah, okay. Anyway,
I
so-
really think Sebastianos, and I was like, no, it's not.
Sebastiano. That's cool. I like that. All right. But anyway, you found yourselves some information from Salvador Scream that Vencalo, your friend who has information about the Queen, had gone to the Arconus mansion because he had heard that the Arconus were housing / had kidnapped none other than Neolandus, the seneschal of the castle Korvosa when the emperor was killed. He had gone missing since that day, likely because he had learnt a secret that people do not wish to get out. So in order to try and liberate both Vencalo and Neolandus, our heroes are speaking with La Rouge, but La Rouge had a bet with them that if they could survive and beat their fight in the ring, he would offer them everything they need. What La Rouge didn't explain was that a Tarrasque, or should I say a pseudo-Tarrasque, was going to be one of the things they were fighting. After being swallowed and beaten up, our group is now fighting in the lungs of the Tarrasque, ready to escape the clutches of this vile beast. And that is where we are. So, having defeated the treasure golem, you all breathe heavily. Exhausted, bloody, beaten, worn. Mercutio, still and unconscious. Dante, still and unconscious. Holly, still and unconscious. Look, she's not here. Quinn.
She is showing up as Gray.
Yes. Quinn, Padrig, and Agnes. You guys are currently the ones standing at the end of all of this.
Ooh.
Yeah, big
Agnes is
sigh
gonna.
after that.
Yeah.
I'm
Big
getting
sigh. And then
I
Agnes
know.
is going to take in the form of Dante's poor, very collapsed form. She's going to hike up her skirts and plunge over.
Just the thought of seeing that
Andy.
happening.
Yeah, I'm gonna head over to check on Merc and maybe pick up Holly on the way.
Is Dante breathing?
Check her pulse, make sure she's stable, and go check on Merc. Not that I can do anything really for either of them, but
Sure.
and investigate this big pile of treasure that turned into a golem and is now a pile of treasure again.
Indeed, indeed. So, as you go to heal and investigate, Quinn, what are you doing?
I'm gonna wipe the blood off my face and take a lesser healing.
Oh, it is the tastiest healing potion you've ever had. You've never stopped.
So refreshing.
It's so refreshing. All right. As you go and do so, Dante, you are kind of brought back to consciousness thanks to the efforts of Agnes, who comes up and lays some tender healing on you. Mercutio and Holly. Look, for the sake of today's game, I'm going to say that they are okay. They have been brought back up, but they have decided to take a vow of silence for the time being.
Shell shock.
Yeah,
They got PTSD.
they got PTSD. Now, as you begin to look through the treasure golem, you find the following things.
Dun dun dun.
I just need to find this thing. Okay, so the first thing you find is what looks to be it's kind of like a fruit of some kind. A kind of a twisted, sort of patterned apple, as far as you can tell. It gives off a very sweet smell and has like kind of tiger stripes over it. Just being around it, the aroma seems to be very appealing.
Okay.
All
I'm
right.
also gonna pop a detect magic.
It is
Over
magical
there.
in nature.
See everything that glows. All right. So we got a magic fruit. Let's stick this stuff in our bag of holding, and we can
No.
figure out what it is later. But let's just grab what we can and get out of here. I don't think we really want to stay in this guy's lungs any longer than we have to.
Yep.
I can agree with that.
You also find. Sorry, I just need to check this. Okay. You also find basically it is a D12, or a 12-faceted strange iron shape. You know that this is the orb that created the area of other planar effects. By using the device and by putting the correct facet facing forward, it will create an area around you that will replicate a particular plane depending on which side you're using. In addition, the person who is holding it will be immune to the effects of that plane while they're holding it. If you're not holding it, then, well, whoosh.
Looks to be you.
Yeah, basically.
Yep.
All right. And lastly, you see that there is there is roughly 7,000 gold pieces inside the golem for you to have.
Yeah, just gonna shovel all that stuff into the back of holding.
Yeah, just yeah.
Yeah, I'm keeping it in my notes.
Good, good.
All right.
All right, yeah, let's grab this stuff. We'll figure it out what it is and what it does later.
Okie dokie. Now, keeping in mind the fruit is our reward from our dear friend Tony. And I will write this down because if I don't, I'll get you to write this down because if I don't, I will forget. I'm not gonna lie.
It's okay. You probably forgot what some of the stuff I still have from the first book that haven't been identified yet.
Probably. All right. So this fruit is a fruit of transmutation. The fruit of transmutation gives you bonuses based on the what you eat, and regrows itself to fit that roll. You would roll a d20 upon eating it, and based on your result, you would gain a different effect. Now, here's the other thing that was stipulated by our dear friend Tony. Every one of those d20s is a positive effect.
Ooh.
So there is no backdraw.
Nice.
There is no backlash.
And it regrows. That's
And
amazing.
it will regrow.
Sweet.
Yeah, and it regrows. So it is never ending. However, if a second bite is taken, it will replace the first.
Okay, so you can't stack effects.
Correct.
That makes perfect sense.
Okay. And we haven't said what happens if multiple people bite the apple. So I'm going to say that you can only have one person getting the effect from the apple at a time. However, for anyone who wishes to, I will say that you can use the seeds to potentially grow a tree. And then if we get to the point where you've taken the time and the effort to care for, nurture, and grow a tree, we will give one apple to each of you.
Oh boy.
There you go. All right. That is your swaggerinos.
Nice. Wow.
All right. All right. Let's get out of this guy's lungs and
Get out of here completely.
yeah, I'd say we could try and like irritate him and have him cough us up, but you know, if what went on in here didn't do that, nothing is.
Or a sneeze or a...
Recalling,
Yeah, well, maybe
recalling your
maybe if
brief
we get up-
discussion with the snot golem thing, the little ooze friend that you
Oh,
made
yeah.
in the stomach, you would need to follow these the lungs up and through and into the sinuses, in which by irritating the nasal canal, you will be able to force the creature to sneeze.
To sneeze?
that's a solid plan. I mean, you know, if you can't trust it's not goblin, who can you trust?
Yeah, exactly. I mean, why not? All right.
Did not have that on my bingo card tonight.
That's always on my bingo card.
Okay. Well.
Real quick,
Hmm.
because we don't exactly have a whole lot of time, can I use my combat medic to give myself a heal with treat wounds?
Sure.
DC 30.
You have failed.
That indeed. Does anything actually happen when I fail?
Not unless you
Uh,
critically fail.
Okay, yeah, that's good. Oh, that didn't work.
All right. Making your way up through the various places, eventually coming to the sinuses. You can see that there is a number of, I guess, like mucus membranes, little kind of hairs that stick up around you that are actually quite, like they're quite large. They're like bushes almost. You make your way over and find one particular nose hair. With a wicked grin, our heroes pluck said nose hair.
Oh,
And as they do
can
so,
you share the map?
yes, I can.
That's not going to be here long.
No, not very long at all.
Oh, what on earth? Oh,
Are you having fun just morphing it all over the place?
A little bit. There we go. Look, I'm trying. Okay, there we go. Okay, so anyway. As you hold on, well, you don't hold on for dear life. You kind of brace for dear life as the Tarask a hurricane-like wind blows from this creature's nose, and you are sprayed out and onto the field of battle. You are surrounded by a number of individuals who are trying to get the Tarask at bay. And sure enough, as you are sneezed out, some people kind of, hey, these guys came out of it. What do we do? Kill him? No, don't kill him, you idiot. Kill the focus on the thing. And they continue to harangue the Tarask. It isn't long that a wizard runs past and says, I've got it! And pulls out a scroll and begins to read an incantation. As he does so, the body of the Tarask slowly but surely begins to fade and dissipate. The creature, of course, not being entirely real, disappearing before your very eyes as the caster is removing the pseudo-dragon from existence. Pseudo-Tarask from existence.
Wait a second.
I don't know, pseudo-dragons are way tiny. But the Tarask fades and disappears, leaving you behind in the field with a number of very confused-looking individuals who are trying to decide what to do with you. Boss, normally with
let's
these...
not ever do
Hang on.
that again. I feel like I say that a lot, but please, can we not do that again?
I think it's a safe bet that we won't have the chance. I just want the shower room. I feel like I'm covered in snot and phlegm.
You very much are.
Yeah, that's looking at my hands and arms. Yeah, I think it's probably because we are. Ugh.
Running up
Where's
to you...
LaRoche?
Yeah, what? Running up to you and placing a sort of a kind of like almost embarrassed look on his face. LaRouche steps forward and says, yes, you have done well. Congratulations, you have survived for sure. Just as we always planned. Ha! Gave them a good show. We did. Yep. Always knew you had it in you to survive. Why are you looking at me like that, Quinn? I mean it. We were supposed to. Yeah, you did exactly what you were supposed to, and there was nothing unexpected.
Listen, you little cochon.
Well, look.
We had a deal, and if we survived as we were expected to do, I think that you were going to help us. Isn't that
LaRouche
right?
takes off his hat and he sort of strokes his beard as you realize it's also a fake beard. He says, yes, I suppose fair is fair. As agreed, I will take you to the secret entrance to the Arconis compound. But you cannot tell anyone I took you there.
Well, we wouldn't have any reason to, right?
No, of course not. Not at all. Not a single thing or reason that you would ever tell anyone about your association with me.
Oh, I entirely intend to forget about you and all of this as soon as I leave here.
It's not anything I'd be bragging about for sure.
Aha, exactly. Wait. Hey. All right. Fast forwarding it a little bit forward, we will do a long rest and get you guys up to full health. Just because I feel like I feel like is anyone not going to do that?
No, definitely want to do that.
If we hadn't, I at least had stuff to take care of that if need be. I need to go through my spell list now and see if I want to change anything.
Yeah, let's give you let's give you a good long rest, shall we?
Yes, please, and thank you.
You're welcome. Okay. A shower, some food, a nice warm bed are provided for you down here. LaRouge, maybe many things, but he is of his word. When the morning comes, you are escorted back to the Arconis compound, where in which you are taken to an area behind the actual palace itself. Let me pull this up here real quick. Arconis Palace. There we go. Okay. Now, after telling LaRouge what exactly you're chasing, LaRouge takes you to what looks to be a passage. From this passage, there is a large underground river. On a small boat, he begins to sail you out, around, and through into an area beneath the palace. He then tells you, if you simply follow the pathways, you should find yourself a way to get up and through into the palace itself. A staircase that will lead you there, if you want to. Unlock movements. Okay, we have Agnes, we have Dante, we have Patrick, and we have Quinn. Share the map with you guys so you guys can see. Can you guys see
In
that?
a
Bring it up
sea
in
of
front of me.
black.
Gotta let it do
its
stuff.
thing.
Yeah, you gotta let it load. Alright, and lastly, we should probably give you a light source. Who doesn't have dark vision? I feel Patrick doesn't have dark vision.
I do not, I guess.
Oh.
Brilliant. There
Well,
it is.
I do
Most of
not,
us- most of us are actually human.
I have 2 moderate elixirs of dark vision, which give dark vision for an hour. So,
And Dante also has 2 lesser dark vision elixirs.
yeah, I've only got low light vision, which, not the same thing.
I don't think any of us has dark vision.
That's why I know how to make the dark vision.
I mean, we could always just use a lantern.
Yeah,
Yep.
I mean, Do
for the
that.
time being.
You know, that will cast some light.
Actually,
Oh, I think
I
I
have
sent.
it?
Hold on, I think I sent you to the wrong place. Did I?
oh wait, we don't even need the lantern. I have
Oh, I did send you to the
dancing
wrong
lights
place.
that I can
Hold on.
use.
One moment, I did send you
Oh.
to the wrong place.
Well, and La Rouge could have done that, and we would never be the wiser.
Yeah, that's true.
I was
I'd
actually
be
about to say part of that map looked familiar.
I'd be angry though.
All right, let's try that again. You are over here on the map, where there's actually a goddamn pier.
That is useful.
Yeah, I was just on the wrong place. So there you go. So, and then let's set some mood music, shall we?
If we need light, I do have the ability to at least put up dancing lights.
You will need light to see, but La Rouge will provide you with a torch.
Yeah. I was gonna say
Okay.
Agnes has like the standard 5 torches and a lantern, 4 sun rods.
Yeah.
Yeah, Dante also has a bullseye lamp.
We were supposed to be escaping the city at some point, so she's stacked up on like camping supplies.
Nice. All right.
Try not to use them.
Now, La Rouge says, now, be very careful here. The Arconis, they are not to be trifled with. There's something odd about them and their family. There's also a creature that lives here. We call it... because that is what people call it when it attacks.
Is it a small fluffy bunny?
No. Just be careful around here. And he points to the other pier, just across from where you guys are, which is a destroyed, like ripped to shreds bit of lumber that's like fallen in the water. Okay, bye.
R did that.
Yeah. Yes, he did. He did do that. Oh, good. Glad we cleared that up. All right. Happy doing whatever it is you're doing. Don't die. And try not to make me lose my job. Bye. And he paddles away.
I feel a little bit like have fun storming the castle.
That was basically have fun stuff.
There's a lot like have fun storming the castle. Well, he at least got us in here. That's all we needed him for anyway.
All right. I believe you should have access to your models. You should be able to see where you're going now. But yeah, so basically you are at the bottom of a large cave. There is a set of doors to the south, a passageway that leads up a ramp to the upper right-hand side, and above you a series of rope bridges that interconnect to one another, leading up higher and higher. Likely, you believe, will lead you to the palace.
All right. Well, you know, he could be down here. He could be higher up. I think let's do as clean a sweep as we can of this place. Quiet, but thorough. Well, quiet as we can be.
All right. Just for the purposes of it, let's get everyone to make a stealth check, and I will keep those as the stealth checks for you guys as you are making your way. Someone dropped something. All right. I have those listed in. Unless Quinn wishes to make a reroll.
Yes, please.
Very well. I will use a hero point,
Yes, thank you.
and you may reroll that. Okay. Cool. Those numbers are recorded. Done and done. Okay. Please feel free to move freely, and I will let you know when you find something. Is anyone besides Padrig?
Can I have a torch, please?
Yes.
I have them in my inventory.
Yep. Torch is... Alright, Padrig and Quinn, stop there for a second. There we go. Anyone else want a torch?
Dante is going to be sticking near Agnes just because
I would
Oh,
like
that
to.
a
makes
little bit
sense.
easier.
You would like a torch?
Yes,
Do a
please.
torch.
I'm actually gonna pop one of my dark vision potions because that gives me dark vision for an hour.
Sure.
That way, if I get separated from anyone who's got torches, because I mean, I'll have to drop a torch if I need to shoot anything anyway.
Sure. You drink your potion of dark vision and can now see clearly in this dark space. Hence, you can see a little bit more with your in the black and white area.
Yep. Yeah, I see that. Cool.
All right. So,
Agnes
first,
only ever needs one hand free, so she can happily carry the torch.
okay. So, firstly, at the bottom of this vast cavern, the wooden pier that you just left extends out onto a gently sloshing pool of seawater. A shallow draft barge is docked at the pier, an unlit lantern hanging from its bow. Supporting timbers and brickworks line the lower edges of this immense cavern to the west and to the south, showing you where the original sea cave has been artificially expanded. To the north, a 25-foot wide exit from the cavern, and in the distance, muted sounds of surf sloshing echo from that direction. Now, the area that you're standing in front of, there is a double door, clearly man-made, and clearly regularly used. There is no signs of dust or disrepair. It is well maintained.
Oh, I mean, for smuggling, this is a perfect setup.
It is indeed.
Get access to the sea, and I think let's see what's behind these doors.
I'm going to nudge it very gently open to see if it makes any noise as I push on it, and to also kind of suss out whether or not there's going to be any reaction inside.
All right.
And I'm gonna keep a close eye open to see if anything pops.
All right. One moment while I just add a couple things here. Okay, there we go. And as you open the door to this large chamber, 4 lit braziers illuminate this vast chamber of a cathedral-like space, made more immense from its lack of benches or concessions to comfort. The floor is polished marble, with the walls rising to form a domed ceiling. This is very intense. Hold on. Let's ease it up a little bit.
Just a little bit.
I was like, there's something in here that's going to kill us.
Yeah, no, that's clearly combat music.
Well, look, it'll happen there. It'll happen. Just give it a second, though. Let's see. Let's go with... Okay, here we go. Is that going to give us something good? Hold on. Yeah, that'll do. Okay. So as I was saying, lacking of creature comforts, this large domed ceiling covers this entire space with 6 alcoves lined in the walls on which stand human-sized creatures with tiger heads and male bodies. To the south, a few steps lead up to a pulpit-like area with 3 more statues of the same figure, the central one being twice as tall, holding out before him 2 lances from which hangs a flag. The left flag is the one of Korvosa, and the right one bears the Arconis coat of arms. I need a perception check from everyone, please. All right, thank you. Let's just see how we go with that. Ah, brilliant. All right. As you enter, you see that two statues of what look to be coiled serpents held perfectly still suddenly move to life, sensing your presence.
Why did it have to be snakes?
Snakes.
By the altar, you see a figure dressed in rather regal clothing, but much like the depictions around him, a tiger-headed man turns their attention towards you. All right. As he does so, he says, "Visitors, well, it has been some time since last I had the pleasure of greeting anyone. I am Avidexu, guardian of this place. And given that Master Bahor is not with you, I presume that you are not here for offerings."
Well, I wouldn't say no to that.
He sort of smiles, but for a tiger, it is not a natural state of being. You know, when you when you have this big sort of grin.
That's very disturbing.
I mean, yeah. Well, I mean, I'm also fine with having offerings offered. If that's what this place is for. Or were you expecting us to bring offerings? I'm a little confused with the phrasing.
He says, "I'm sure you are. Let me be clear. The master of the house hires me to guard his temple. And you have neither been invited, nor are you expected. Thus, for the first time in many a while, I get to fulfill my duty. Rashats Kaliksi, you may feed." And
that sounds unpleasant. We could go. I mean, we took a wrong turn.
the two snakes hiss as they look in your direction, and we're going to roll initiative. Yeah, exactly.
I don't know if I was noticed or not, but could I stealth roll since I'm like around the corner?
Yes, you may. So for your initiatives, let me roll the initiatives first, and then you can re-roll the stealth one. Agnes, you are also obscured, so I will allow you a stealth initiative as well. Let me just do this real quick. Initiatives, there we go.
I'm quite sure my perception's better.
Then you may use your perception. Dante, if you would
Also,
like...
I'm holding a torch, so I'm not entirely sure how unobtrusive I am.
Sure. All right, Agnes, you're up first. We're going to remove Holly temporarily, then Dante, then Quinn, then Avidexu, his two snakes, then Padrick. All right, Agnes, you're up first.
Okay. Well, Agnes is going to I guess move Elise into the room a bit so she's not obscured by the door. And then she's going to throw a bolt of energy at this cobra.
All right,
Aha.
11 points of damage as the cobra is blasted by you. All
And then
right.
I'm just going to stay back here behind the two, you know,
All right, sure enough.
kind of characters.
Dante, you are up next.
Alrighty. Ooh, I tried to click on one of my d6s. Anyways, what to do? Well, the only thing I can actually see is the Emperor Cobra, but I don't know if I'll have a proper line of sight. So I'm just gonna go.
So if you can see
here.
them, the Fantasy Grounds plays with line of sight. So
Okay.
So yeah, if you can see it,
I was just
then
making
you've
sure
got line of sight.
because I'm not sure if they have half cover or not from where I'm at. Because I see a shadow that's like halfway through them.
Look, if you can't click on them, they're in cover.
Okay. Well,
I mean, I can
then
put them in
I'm
cover if you
going-
want. I mean,
No. I am going to use then the. Are they in range of the spell? We shall see. No, they are not. Or if they are, it's. I keep doing it the wrong way.
mm-hmm.
Was that within 30 feet? I could not tell.
That is not within 30 foot.
Okay.
You have to move a little
Then
closer.
that is. Yeah. So we are going to instead.
You are going to. There's a lot of silence here, Rakon.
Yeah, I'm also muting because of my roommate in the background.
No, I get it. I get it.
I'm also looking at my spells because I pulled up a new.
Do you
I
need
grabbed
more?
a new spell.
Yeah. Do you need more time?
No, I am going to use Murderous Vine.
Okay.
On the Emperor Cobra. It is within 60 feet.
All right. Very well.
First, I don't know if they have rules for attacking while stealthed.
Yes, they would be considered flat-footed, which I can apply to them.
Oh, never.
thusly.
Never mind. It's not an attack spell. It is just they make a DC for it. So never mind.
Sure. Drop it on them. All right, Murderous Vines. Do we know what that spell does? Do we get a description? Is it?
Oh wait, no, I do get a attack spell on it. Okay, new spell. There's like 42 spell, but no. Oh, I make an attack roll against their Fortitude DC.
All right. It seems like that is exactly what it's done, and you have
Okay.
struck.
They take 3d6 bludgeoning and 2d8 piercing at the end of each of their turns. If it's still grabbed by the vine, it takes 2d6 bludgeoning.
Did you? Yep. Okay. Cool. So drop that on the snake. All right. The snake is wounded as the vine wraps around and deals both piercing and bludgeoning damage. And they take that every round, you say?
Yeah, unless they get out of it, which is escape DC equal to the spell save DC, which is I believe 24.
Nice. All right, so that's 2 actions to cast the spell. You have 1 last action.
I am just going to put myself over to this direction. Oop, not that far. So I can at least still see inside the room. Because I don't need a lot of sight on that one anymore. And it lasts for a minute.
Or until they break out.
If they... Yeah.
Yep. Easy.
Alright, and that is my turn.
All right. Done and done. Which brings us then to Quinn.
With the only thought in her head being to eradicate these, get rid of the snakes, get rid of the snakes. She's gonna cross over to Cobra 1
Mm-hmm.
and strike at it with Stormblade, trying to take off the head.
All right. You swing
Does that
at the Cobra. So move, attack. Let's see that damage.
Oh, did it hit then?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. Yep.
Sorry. I didn't.
That's okay. Boom! 17 points of damage. The Cobra is injured, but still up.
All right, and for my third, I'm going to, walking backwards, keeping my eye on him the whole time, just take a couple of paces back.
They do not have an attack of opportunity. All right, done and done. So to clarify, you move forward, done your strike, and then ducked back out.
Yep.
Which then brings us to Avidexu. You hurt my precious little pets. Now I'm afraid I'm going to hurt you. Okay. So. Oh, I need to do the thing. I forgot. I completely spaced on the thing. Hold on. Wait.
Oh no, there's a thing.
I did.
We don't like things.
Bad things are typically bad things. I'm scared.
It is bad. But you'll be fine, maybe.
Maybe. Just maybe.
Okay, let me just do this. Boom. Okay, and then the cobras. Let me get that there.
Oh, that's awkward.
What is?
Oh, never mind. You're just readjusting things. Okay.
Yep. Okay, and you dealt 28 damage and 21 damage. Okay. There you go. A little awkward, but there you go. Okay.
Much bigger now.
They are much bigger. Alright. Avidexu. Now with actual abilities.
Actual abilities.
Yeah, right. Is going to start with casting. Ooh, I do like that. He is going to cast Dispel Magic on your vines to begin with.
How dare.
As he does so, the vines fade and shatter.
Fine, I didn't want it anyways.
With his final action, He is going to draw out a vicious-looking kukri. And that is all. We also have a donation from our friend McClover. A hero point for all present players.
Woohoo!
Agnes, hero point. Dante. And Patrick. And Quinn.
Thank you.
My hero point didn't appear. There it is. Oh,
There you go. Done. Hero points for everyone, courtesy of our dear friend McClover. All right.
too many things to keep track of.
Yeah, it's fine. All right. The Emperor Cobras. Mwah. Move forward, and as they do, first attack will be against Quinn. With its fangs bared, it misses its first attack. It is likely going to miss all of them, but I'm going to try a second one anyway. Ooh, that will hit. All right.
Ow, ow, ow.
22 damage and a fort save against the venom of the cobra. Ooh, that is not what you want. You do have the hero point.
You are muted, Quinn.
I get to roll my fort save, yeah?
No,
no?
it rolls it automatically.
Oh, okay. Then yes, let's use that hero point to see if I
Alright.
can not be poisoned. And thank you, McClover.
And you save against the poison with the second.
Oof.
All right. Second Cobra is going to go for Padrig. As it steps up, it lashes out again. Divine Intervention? Who gets Divine Intervention? Christina? Do I reroll for the Cobra? Do I reroll for the save? Do I reroll for this Cobra? Let me know. Either way, that first attack is not going to make it, so I am going to try a second to hit Padrick. Which will hit. Unless Christina wants me to make one of the attacks miss.
Or try to at least.
We'll try to at least. Reroll for the Cobra. Okay. So, that is the reroll for the Cobra against Quinn or Padrick. Oh, you want one to miss. Okay, so I'm going to reroll the one for Quinn. So that was the second attack on Quinn. So let's see if I can not hit Quinn. That will not hit Quinn. Alright, so Quinn, you take no damage as that Cobra manages to miss you.
Thank
However,
you.
Padrig. You take 16 points of damage.
Ouch.
That could have been a lot worse.
And you have saved against the poison. Alright. As we
That's good at least.
as we come to you.
Yeah, well, you know, I just got bit by this sucker, so I'm going to shoot him.
Alright. Gun in hand,
So,
you take
I will-
aim and you fire at the large serpent.
Well, yeah, I summon a bullet. Action 1, fulminating shot. As I summon the bullet, I'm going to do a knowledge check, see recall knowledge for my
Dude, it's a
reload
snake.
skill, see if I... All right, you know, snakes are... Fire's
Snake-
good with snakes. I'll do a
It's-
fulminating shot
yeah,
of fire.
it's not a special snake. It's not a magic snake. It's a snake. It is poison.
Gotcha.
I'll tell you the DC is 22 to try and resist its poison.
All right.
And the poison is 1d8 damage per round, and then eventually evolving up to 1d8 and drain, and then 2d6 and drain, and then, yeah, pretty much you die at some point.
Yeah. All right. So...
Oh, and it can flare its, like, hood and frighten people.
Gotcha.
What?
All right. So, fulminating
Cobra.
shot. Fulminating shot for fire damage.
All right, let's do it.
And we will... Oh, that's the wrong tab. Where's my gun? There it is.
Would hope it's somewhere there.
I'm gonna re-roll that.
All right, let's
I'm
re-roll
gonna
it.
take that handy dandy hero point that I just got because we don't want to critically fail. That will make my gun break.
Yeah.
That's much better. We'll turn that into a critical hit.
Before we do, let's jinx point that real quick.
All right.
Hey, just be thankful I didn't use the jinx point to just outright cancel your re-roll. So you get another re-roll.
I appreciate that. Yep. All right,
that'll still hit.
do a regular hit.
I mean,
I
at least
should've.
it's not a critical miss.
Yeah.
Maybe I should have left it at the crit. All right, carry on. Yeah, you still get the hit, but it's not a critical hit.
Not a critical hit. All right, so there is our shot. That gives us
25 damage.
and then we've got 1d6 fire damage from the fulminating shot, which gives us
I feel like
one
we've just
fire
got to.
damage.
I feel like we've just got to create the weapon for you, so that you don't have to keep doing that.
I think so. All right, and then
That's
so
five.
that's
extra
5 points
fire.
of fire damage. Yep.
Okay, so that is
Yeah, I can just add that.
as damage, and then to make the type fire.
Right, because I can make the type whatever I want.
Yeah, and then you can
depending on
change
how
it.
many you shot.
Yeah, and it'd be much easier for you to change the type than it would be for you to just keep rolling the dice.
Yep.
All right, Patrick. So summon bullet, fulminating shot, fire. That is your attack. You're done.
Yep, that's 3 actions.
All right, we go back to Agnes.
Okay, so, right, range, 60 feet, you said 5 feet. Okay, so, I guess, they look like they're dealing with these cobras, not so bad. So Agnes is going to turn her attention to creepy grinning tiger man. I'm just going to just touch her hand to her forehead as she throws out a mental jolt towards him, and it is a save. Just boop-de-boops.
All right, he saves.
So on a success, that is basic will save. Okay, so half damage then, which he should take anyway.
All right, 14 points of damage.
Did that half? Because it should have on the basic save.
It didn't halve, but that's okay. I will halve it. Boom. All right, done and done. So that's 2 actions for your spell. 1 more action.
Nothing. Just gonna stay here.
Yep.
Safe back here.
Done. Dante, from the shadows within. What do you do?
Well, going to move up to here so I can at least see both of them. Going to cast. Let's see, double check on this spell because I haven't cast it in a while. They are both within good distance. I'm going to cast Lightning Arc on both of them.
All right. You start to grow lightning from your hands. You launch it. The first one saves against the reflex save. Does it jump if the first one saves?
It just says that it just says an arc of lightning and leaps from one target to another.
That's it? So it doesn't say anything about if the first one saves or anything?
Yeah.
Alright, cool.
I
Deal
don't
your
think
damage.
it does. I have someone that uses it in another game, and it doesn't matter.
Yeah, go.
Do this one first, and then this one will get half damage. But because I rolled the attack, it probably won't register the half. Oh, it did. Okay.
Cool. So, the arc of lightning blast between the two of them. They take 11 and 5 damage, respectively.
And that will be my turn.
That's your turn. Quinn, we're back up to you.
All right.
Spells are hard. Spells are very hard.
So again, with Stormblade on Cobra 1.
Boom! Stormblade strikes, finding purchase in the center mass of this large snake.
All right, roll in for damage.
Boom! 15 points of damage.
Does it still live?
It still
Is it-
lives.
All right. I would like to keep the sword pierced in and just sort of sideways fling the snake away from me at the priest. My next action.
Okay, I kind of see what you're trying to do, but at the same time, one,
No.
the snake is twice as big as you.
Okay.
Secondly, the priest is directly in front of you, not to either side of you. And thirdly, the priest is 20 foot away from you.
All right.
So I'm gonna say,
In that case, I'll just
yeah, I'm
try
gonna say,
and hit him again.
well, let me get there. Let me get there. I will take a hero point from you to make the attempt, and reiterate that you will not be able to use your natural 20 for this check. But I
Okay.
will allow you to attempt a athletics check against its fortitude to fling it as you describe.
Okay.
If you want to take that as an action, which I presume you do. All right.
I do.
So I'm going to teach you something else because we haven't played for a while, so there's a whole bunch of new stuff. I will also let you re-roll that potentially. So, I want you to open up your character sheet.
Yeah.
On the right-hand side, on the sidebar of your character sheet, there is a new tab called Activities.
Yes.
Under Activities, there is under the Athletics check. There is Shove.
Yes.
You can now drag and drop Shove onto them, and it will calculate the DC based on it.
Oh, that's nice.
They made it so much easier to do skills.
Yeah, so many different things, yeah.
So is that what I'm expected to do?
Yes, please.
Okay.
Nice! 25 foot. So, normally it's the target is pushed back 5 foot, and you can stride after them, but you must move the same distance in the same direction. However, because we burnt out the hero point, we're going to move that 5, 10, 15, 20. The Rakshasa is going to make a reflex save as well as it comes towards him. He gets a 37. So as it comes up towards him, he sort of sidesteps it as it lands on the staircase. Roll a d6. You can have some extra damage for that.
Sweet.
Hey.
Nice. So the Cobra will also take 6 points of additional damage as you thrust it against the wall. All right.
And I will just then assume a defensive stance.
Very nice. You take a defensive stance. All right. We then go back to the Rakshasa. What do I even do here? Spells, I got that. Oh, I like this. Okay. Alright, the Rakshasa moves forward. Again, still angered by the fact that you have the audacity to attack and, you know, throw his own snake at him. He is going to stare at you with his jade eyes. Now, is anyone in our group evil?
Negatory.
Nope.
No.
All right.
No, maybe Holly, but she's not here.
Fair. All right. Okay, we are giving Quinn. You have failed this city. No. Quinn has failed this saving throw. Agnes has critically failed the saving throw. Dante has failed.
Can
the
I
saving
use my
throw.
hero point to reroll that critical fail?
You may. Let me tell you what it does before you say yes.
Okay.
So, everyone who has met the gaze of the Rakshasa, which is all of you, are sickened for 1d4 rounds as you get visions of disturbing atrocities and evil decadence that the Rakshasa has experienced in their past lives. All of you gain the sickened condition 1, which ends in 4 rounds. And Agnes, you also gain stunned 1, which will again last the exact same amount of time.
What's that? 4 rounds. What does stun do?
Stunned will, I believe, take one of your actions away, but let me double check. Wounded, drained, sickened, enfeebled, stupefied, clumsy, fatigued, frightened, fascinated, flat-footed, stunned. You cannot act while stunned. Stunned usually includes a value indicating how many total actions that you lose from being stunned. So yeah, basically you'll lose one of your actions every round.
Okay.
So this is a will save. Is this a effect that would give me a controlled condition, or is that something specific?
It will not give you a controlled condition.
Okay, never mind then.
And sicken's just penalties, isn't it?
Sicken's a -1, yeah. Does anyone want to use a hero point to re-roll?
No,
No, I'm
I
good
don't
for now.
think I have a hero point anymore anyway. Oh no, I still got 2.
You do have 2. Yeah, you were given.
Agnes would be the only one because of the stunned condition, probably.
And Agnes.
Yeah, but I'm not moving, so it's like.
Okay, done.
That's true.
Okay, so that is.
Would my haughty obstinacy be any sort of defense against this?
No. As much
Okay,
as as Quinn's sassiness is an asset to that particular element of things, what you're looking at is something that would get me demonetized very quickly. When I say like this stuff sickens you, these creatures are. Like, when we talk about decadence, we think about the fun side of decadence, not the suffering side of decadence. These guys were... Flesh was akin to, like... It was akin to, like, food and drink. They cared nothing for their slaves and their servants, and would perform atrocities simply based on their whims and amusements. For fans of the One Piece series, celestial dragons, for example, and the atrocities they go under for their own privilege and benefit, is kind of akin to what Rakshasa are just all about. So, the reason why you're sickened is he is just sharing a glimpse of his life with you, and there is no person with This is why if you're evil, if your character is evil, you are unaffected by this. But if you're not, there is no way it doesn't affect you. So, yep. Emerald Eyes, do that whole thing, and with his last action, he will do nothing, because he'll just chill. Yeah, he'll just chill. I mean, he could technically do it again, but I think that's mean.
Chilling like a villain.
Huh?
Chilling like a villain.
Chilling like a villain. Like, just, no, because, I mean, theoretically, it doesn't say it doesn't, sorry, can you use this ability only once the previous version ends? So, no, he can't do it again. So, there you go. Alright, done. He'll just chill. Cobras. Cobra 1 slithers back up and goes for Quinn again. As it hisses and lunges. Hitting Quinn for 19 points of damage. Quinn fails that roll. Do you want to use your natural 20?
Yes, I guess I best.
You don't have to. You can just take the poison.
Yeah, but then that could
Nothing serious. Just take it.
So the
that
poison.
could become dire.
So the way poison works is for 6 rounds, you need to make fort saves every round, or you upgrade the level of the poison. Level 1 is 1d8 points of damage. Level 2 is 1d8 points of damage and drain 1. Stage 3 is 2d6 points of damage and drained 2. The drained condition is you take a status penalty on your constitution and fort saves and lose HP equal to your level multiplied by your drained value, with your maximum HP dropping as well.
I think I'll use my natural 20, thank you.
Oh, McClover's coming in with a $10 donation. You might be okay. Let's see what he says. Two hero points for Quinn. Would you prefer to burn a,
Yes. And thank you, McClover.
Done
So
and
very
done.
much.
There are definitely favorites here, I'm just saying. Alright, let's do that reroll. Success. You managed to avoid the poison. For now, at least.
Oh, I can actually
Yes,
treat
so cool.
poison in the middle of combat.
You can.
Can you? That's good to know.
Alright.
Yeah, it takes only an action.
Alright, second bite attempt from the snake. Quinn, you are hit for 15 damage and another save. And you succeed. No poison. The second cobra, again, focusing on Padrig. Oh, where's my crit hits at?
Oh my goodness.
Alright. Padrig. As you are bit for 18 points of damage. Let's see if the poison gets to you. It does not.
Take it.
Second attack. Ooh, a critical miss. The first crit fumble of the day.
It could
you know
be
what?
not a crit miss.
Let's try a jinx point.
Oh.
Yeah, let's try a jinx point. Come on, baby. That is a hit. I'll take it.
Oh, I almost rolled onto a 1.
It almost did. I was so
Yeah.
worried just then. All right. 18 points of damage. Another fort save. And that is a crit
Yeah.
failure.
Yeah, I'm gonna hero point the crit fail.
No, I'm not that mean. Fine.
All right.
All right. And that is a success.
Take
You
that.
avoid the second lot of poison. All right. Third and final attack. Because why not? Risk it for the proverbial biscuit. That is a crit miss. I'm not likely gonna avoid that being a crit miss. So let's just take that one. Take our medicine as pick a number between 1 to 5. Patrick?
Let's go with 4.
1, 2, 3, 4. With a unarmed strike, it becomes wounded 1. Wounded 1 on the creature. As the snake bites you, you've managed to get your pistol kind of into its jaw and twist it a little bit and wounded its mouth as it tried to bite you. But it is now your turn.
All right. I am going to shoot the guy in front of me again. So, summon a bullet. Fulminating shot. We're going to stick with fire. And I have taken your advice and created a weapon for this.
Nice.
So...
Love that. A critical hit.
Boom. All right. I'm going to hit him with that.
He did.
Okay, well.
Alright, you still get the critical card because it might be a boost to you. So, what's your number?
3.
1, 2, 3. Yada, yada, yada. No, that does not help you. That's fine. If it's any consolation, you dazed him.
Yeah, well, I would have had to see if he was stunned by my critical feature as well, but he's dead, so that counts.
So dead. All right.
Now he's just a bloody splotch. That's great. Look at that.
It is cool. All right, Agnes, you're up. You've got 2 actions this round.
Okay, so Agnes is going to post down the revulsion at these terrible images that are pouring into her mind, but she's going to steal a will and she's going to force her mind into his. And surely there's something in there that, amongst all that revolting stuff, that scares him. She's going to attempt to cast Phantasmal Killer on him as she flicks through his memories, trying to find something that scares him.
Alright, I like that.
Okay, but still, he takes only 4d6. And then is frightened 1.
Alright, done and done. He does have fears. His fears are the absence of his decadence. But it is not enough to slay him, as he shakes the thought off, but still afflicted by your mental fortitude. Dante.
Dante is going to move over to here so I can see more of the room. And then he's going to attempt tortoise and the hare upon Abadexu and give the other 2 Quinn if it works.
Okay.
What is this?
All right. It would have let you get a speed boost if he critically
and
failed.
slow him. I got it. Okay.
All right,
But he is only slowed 1 for rounds.
All right, slowed 1 for 1 round. Done and done. Can you drop the effect on him?
Oh, whoops. Hold on. I need to pull up. Where'd you go? I don't need murder. It's fine. Thank you. There we go.
All right, done and
All right.
done. All right, which then brings us to Quinn.
At this
Hey, at
point,
least it worked.
Yeah,
Oh,
very good.
It's true.
She just wants this snake gone so desperately, and trying to blot out this terrible imagery in her head. She's going to swing again with Stormblade and frantically try to kill this thing.
That is a miss as the snake ducks to the side.
Bastard. And I only
actually,
get one more.
do you want
right?
to try that again? Because that's your second attack according to this.
Oh, okay. Yes, I do.
All right, that'll hit.
Okay.
Right, 18 points of damage with your first attack as you swing with your blade and cut into its scaly hide.
And it's still slithering and
Still slithering
hissing,
around.
isn't it? Bastard. All right, one more. Come on, no, that's gonna miss.
Critically miss.
You can
Critically
change that
miss.
from a crit.
How do I do that? Use a hero point or my
Yeah,
20?
use the hero point or you're not 20.
I'll use my nat 20.
Ooh, going for the nat 20. All right.
I want this thing dead so bad.
No!
Really badly.
All right, do it. Land the
right.
critical hit.
All right, so how do I do that with the dice again?
Hold down left shift as you drop your damage dice onto it.
Okay.
Poor snakies. Boom! There is an explosion as the creature is erupted.
That's a beautiful thing.
Real quick, Doug.
Hmm?
I don't get to use this a lot, and I didn't realize that he had gotten feared. I have a reaction for when someone gets feared. I gain 10 hit points equal to their creature's level, or 3, whichever is higher.
Sure. You gain 10 temporary hit points.
Ooh. It's like no one gets feared a lot, so it's like it's hard thing to remember to do.
No, that's fine. All right. Just so that we can see what's happened. Quinn. Crit number 1 to 5. Go.
Oh, 3, please.
1, 2, 3. Slashing. Nope. Does damage to its armor, which is fine. All right. We then go to Avi Dexu. He looks almost mourningly at his 2 dead pets. He is not pleased, to say the least. And will... Oh, what does this do? I don't even know what this does.
Oh no, he's finding things.
I mean, I guess. Alright, he is going to move to here. And as he does, he is going to cast Shadow Blast. As a 30-foot cone.
Oh, I did that.
That deals 5d8 points of damage. And he's going to request a will save of all of you.
All right.
Oh, my highest skill. I'm use a hero point on that one.
Yeah, me too.
Sure.
I'm going to accept that nat 20 and be grateful for it.
I feel like I didn't roll any better.
Let's see. Will save is not going to help anyone except for Agnes. And, yep. Okay, cool. That is all.
Oh, I'm glad I got that temp HP.
All right.
Yeah,
So,
I'm probably gonna go down from this.
so this is going to be... I can pick Sonic, Cold, Electric, Fire, Force, Piercing, Slashing, Let's go with... Oh, and acid and bludgeoning. I can choose anything. I think he's going to roar and let loose like this, like kind of almost shockwave of sonic energy. And that is 5d8 points of damage. 25 damage.
Still up.
Barely, but still up.
Yep.
All right. All of you... Yep, all of you seem to be barely up. Well, not all of you. I mean, Quinn and Patrick are barely up. But the rest of you are okay, reasonably. Its grin turns into a vicious snarl. Oh, and I get to roll this. All right, you guys have 2 more rounds on your sickened condition. As we then go to Patrick.
All right. Oh, I'm hurting. So I am gonna take an action to up a.
If you needed to use all 3 of your actions, remember I can heal during combat.
I mean, if you're, yeah, I'm real hurt. So yeah, your healing will probably do better than any healing potions I've got. So
As long as I make the save.
yeah. Look, I'm gonna go. Patrick is one to go down shooting. So let's see if I'm gonna go down. I'm gonna go down shooting. I got a nat 20.
Yeah, you want to use the nat 20?
I want to use the nat 20, and I want to do a recall knowledge check to see if I can identify what elemental damage might hurt him the most, if any.
Sure. He is weak against good damage. And is resistant against everything but piercing physical damage.
Okay.
Oh, sorry. He's resistant to physical damage except piercing, should I say.
Okay. So fire, acid, frost, lightning doesn't matter.
No. Not unless it's good.
Yeah, no. It's not. I don't have. I had holy bullets.
And then someone got rid of it all
And
somehow.
someone had my ammo pouch get destroyed. So, I'm gonna stick with fire then, and I will. Let's see. You said left shift.
Yep.
Crap. What did I just do?
You gotta hold left shift.
Yeah. No.
No, you have to hold it.
Left shift, not left button. Mouse button. Come on. There we go. All right. Left shift.
Where's the kaboom? There was supposed to be an earth-shattering kaboom.
There we go.
All right.
right.
Bam! This huge explosion from your gun fires off and hits the Rakshasa square in its body.
All right. And then he also, because it's a crit, he's got to make a fort save against my class DC, which is 24, or be stunned 1.
All right, let's figure that out. Fort save of 28.
Right.
All right, and
He's not
pick a number
stunned.
pick a number for your crit card.
Number 1.
Boom, number 1. Piercing punctured lung. The target is suffocating.
Nice.
Sweet.
All right, nice.
Hopefully he needs to breathe.
He does indeed. He likes breathing.
Yeah.
It was one of his
Hopefully
favorite
that,
pastimes.
An appropriate crit card.
Yeah.
Yep.
Hopefully it screws up his casting of spells.
Maybe. All right, Agnes.
All right, that's my turn.
Agnes seeing Padraig, I'm assuming is probably sagging at this point.
Oh, yeah.
I'm bloody and not doing good.
Yes, so you will feel the familiar touch of Agnes's mind wash across yours as she heals you.
Oh, thank you.
Ooh, very nice.
Tip of the hat.
All right, so as you have healed with a soothe, I believe because you're stunned still, that is your 2 turns.
That's it.
All right, Dante.
All right. I'm going to attempt to use Ward Medic in conjunction with Battle Medicine.
Sure. You can heal 2
It
people.
states, because I am, I believe it's supposed to be master. Yeah, because I'm master, I can treat up to 4 targets.
Nice. You can treat everyone if you'd like.
And that is what I plan to do.
Are you going to set the DC at 15 or 20?
I'm going to do. I'm going to attempt 30 again.
Very well. Please make your attempt. Natural 20! Boom!
That's a lot.
All right.
That is 4d8 plus 30.
That might bring everyone up to full health.
That's beautiful.
I'm just gonna roll on each individual person.
Sure.
Because it'll be a lot faster.
Yep.
And now I cannot use this for a day now.
Yeah, it's fine.
And don't forget yourself as
we're
well.
all.
I did, everybody. I even did myself.
Oh. All right.
That's amazing. Thank you.
All right. Quinn. After that very impressive display, it is your turn. Oh, wait, no. Dante, you've got one more action, don't you?
It doesn't say if it's one action or not, but I think it's supposed to just take one action to just do the treat wounds.
I think it's 2. Let me check. Here we go.
I'm just imagining like an anime moment is like Dante just with a needle and thread just stitches everybody up really quickly.
Does a spin around, flowers spring up from around him.
Oh wait, yeah, it is
This
2
glowing pollen just goes out and heals everyone.
2 actions to do
Treat wounds. Yeah.
administer first aid. Treat poison, treat wounds. It does not give actions.
So yeah, battle medicine says that you can do it in the combat round. So I'd say the thing that makes most sense would be that it would take all 3 of your actions.
Yeah, to do at least all 4 people. Yeah.
Cool. All right, so we'll go with that one. And
Quinn, it's your turn. Being slightly only wounded now.
And I appreciate that so much. Thank you. So, advancing towards the priest, I'm going to say, Avi, 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 you have been a bad, bad kitty. And swing. And miss, probably.
that will.
Yeah. You might want to use your blast hero point since that is a critical miss.
Oh, is it? Yeah, no, I definitely will.
I'm going to use my jinx point and keep that critical miss.
You evil, evil man.
I feel like I've been nice enough to you guys. Now, I think with that level of sass, I'm like, yeah, disrespect has been heard and received. And I'm also going to redeem that divine intervention, Rykon, because you're a player and you can get stuffed. So I'm gonna give you those points back, and
When you figure out how to.
when I figure out how to, yeah, the usual things.
All right.
But if someone else wants to give divine intervention, they can.
Nah,
Pick a
it's
number between 1 to 5.
3.
3. 1, 2, 3. Melee. You are slowed 1 until the end of your next turn. So this round and next round, you only have 2 actions.
Okay.
Oh,
So-
well, their second attack missed.
Yeah, and your second
Did it?
attack will miss.
All right. But not critically.
Not critically miss, no.
That's good.
All right. Which then brings us to Avidexu, who, for some reason, in that fleeting moment you started to kitty him, looks at you the same way that a tiger would look at a gazelle. Originally, he was going to use what looked to be a very ornate, very pretty-looking dagger that he has by his side. But you see the ever-subtle twitch at the side of his jaw. You watch as his eyes, the irises slit. You watch as the nostrils flare and a huge set of tiger fangs reach to gouge your throat. That is a hit. For 26 points of damage on the first attack. The second. A hit. With 19 points. And the
I
third
don't like how
attack.
there's an aura around those dice.
Ooh, that's a miss, but I'm going to use a jinx point on that one. This probably won't work, but we'll try it. Ooh, maybe it will. Alright. Third and last attack on that one is 18. So you basically feel these teeth just penetrate your neck, and then he just clamps down on you. He reaches for you with a backwards twisted hand and grabs you by the arm as blood is now just pouring out of you. You did receive a mass amount of healing, but that hemorrhaging in that single moment was fierce. All right. Padrig, you're up next.
Okay.
Quinn's life is
I'm going to shoot him again.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yep, so I'm going to shoot him again.
That was almost twice the amount I just healed.
Oh, yeah. I'm very well aware.
So, we're going to stick with fire for the fulminating shots.
All right, let's do it.
And there we go. This guy. Well, shit.
All right, that will miss.
I got one hero point left. I'll give it a try.
All right, let's do it. Hero point. Done and done.
Yeah!
A critical hit. You gotta love to see it.
Two in the same combat.
Well, I'm practically swooning, so I'm not seeing much, but
All right. 53 points of damage.
All right.
Again, the fort save against DC 24.
All right.
And we'll go with card number 2.
All right, let's do this. Card number 2. Okay, card number 2 is 1, 2. Target is pushed back 10 foot.
Oh. Well then.
All right.
If only there was a pit.
All right.
I mean, it makes him have to use up a turn to move so he can melee attack.
Yeah.
All right, there we go. All right. There it is. 10 foot. Here we go. Boom. Alright, he is knocked back 10 foot. And that brings us to the end of your turn, which leads us to Agnes.
Oh, you still got to do the fort save.
Oh, the fort save?
Yeah.
Yep. Boom. 22.
All right, it's a 24 for the DC, so he is stunned 1.
All right, stunned
For one
1
round.
he is. All right, done and done.
Okay, so this time round, Agnes is like, oh no, Quinn! You see, drops little healy heals.
I mean, you got one high die at least.
Pulls up some of the throat wounds there.
Thank you.
Cool. There you go. I have given you back your channel points.
Okie dokie.
Okay. Some more healing. And that'll be your turn. I feel like Agnes is caught in the healer circle.
I know the feeling.
I know, I mean, that's what support characters do. It's
Yeah,
like, you
yeah,
know.
it's true. It's true.
Yeah.
All right, Dante, you're up next.
I'm about to bring myself as the front of possible damage. And then we're going to use Gouging Claw.
All right, make your attack.
That really rolled everywhere in that corner, Jesus.
Nice. A hit. Deal your damage with your gouging claw.
Yes, I am double checking on the persist if it's only on crit. Yes, it's only on crit. Which one was it that he has immunity to? Slashing or piercing? Or, I mean, resistance to?
He has resistance
Or does
to
it not matter?
everything except piercing.
Got it. Because I get to have slashing or piercing on this attack.
Nice. All right, 15 points of damage.
And then I am going to attempt to... Well, he'll take less damage, but at least it's still damage. I'm going to attempt to use my retractable claws. I need to double check to see if it actually requires an action. It does not. I could just use it.
All right, make your claw attack with your second attack bonus.
Would it be my second attack? Because that was a spell.
Yes.
Okay.
Because you see
Just
how
making
when
sure,
you
'cause
see how when you used your spell, it said attack.
Well, yeah. I just wasn't sure if it took
So-
one of those.
So this being your second attack, it becomes another attack. Critical miss.
Oh, that's not good. I don't think using a hero point is gonna make much of a difference.
Sure. All right. As you do so, give us a number.
We will go with 4.
All right, 4. This is with your unarmed strike. Until healed, you take a -2 penalty to any attack made with this weapon.
Okay.
You broke a nail. All right, which then brings us to Quinn.
I guess I will cross to him and attack again with my blade.
All right, make an attack.
One moment.
And that'll miss. As your blade swings past him.
I'm still woozy. I'm gonna back away.
You cannot,
take a-
because you are still slowed from his critical attack from before.
Oh. So I only get one?
You get 2. You moved up, and then you've
Oh,
attacked.
moved in. Okay, so I guess I will.
Then I wouldn't have been able to attack with my claw.
Too bad.
There it is.
I'm just like, oh, then I wouldn't have been able to do that.
Well, I'm still gonna take the crit miss.
Yeah. All right.
Okay.
Then I'm gonna stay where I am.
Very well. All right. The creature, still angry at you mostly, is going to turn to you and he says, "What? No witty repartee this time?" And he is going to reach over to you and try to touch you in the bad way.
Bad cat.
Looks like it's just a save. Okay, cool. Here you go. Oh, well, that'll half damage. That's still fine. All right. Ooh, I love these. Look at that. You know this is in for a good time.
Yeah, no, you got these like weirdly fancy dice effects going on here.
Do, and he uses vampiric touch on you.
Oh, lovely.
Bad touch.
And as he does so, he manages to restore at least some defense to himself.
Someone needs to teach you about consent.
All right, done. He now has temporary hit points. I think that's all for that. And then he is no longer stunned. Short. Padrig, you're up next.
All right. It's not exciting, but I'm a man with a gun. Shooting him seems to have been doing things so far, so we're going to shoot him again.
All right, let's do
To
it.
be fair, you critted him twice.
It's true.
Yeah,
This would be a
Sticking with fire.
This would be a very different fight if you hadn't critted twice.
yeah, I'm sure it would. How's that suffocation going for him? Not doing
It's good.
anything to him?
He's got a good long while before that's gonna come into effect.
All right.
He's basically at an 18, so he's got another
Gotcha,
9
gotcha.
rounds before that's gonna bother him.
Okay.
Oh, so what you're saying is we need to make him talk more.
Yep. All right. That's a hit.
Nice, solid hit.
And you got
All right. Partially absorbed.
Remember, oh yeah, Hawk, he gets absorption on piercing or bludgeoning. Wait, no, he shouldn't actually be partially absorbed because it, if I remember correctly, his gun goes to the other if they have, resistance.
yeah. It's piercing if they're resistant to, if they're not resistant to piercing, or if
He's
they're
not
resistant to.
Yeah, he's not resistant to piercing or fire,
Right. So,
so it's fine.
but that. Okay.
Yeah, it calculated it all, so it's all good.
Right. So it's just it wiped out his temporary hit points, is what that partially absorbed means, right?
Correct.
Gotcha. All right.
That bit where it says temporary hit points partially absorbed, that's usually it'll take off from that first. So sometimes it'll say 0, but you've actually done damage.
Right.
All right, Agnes.
Okay. Is that a nat 20? I can see sitting on Agnes there. Right. Okay, Agnes has had enough of this tiger dude beating on her friends. She's, had taken drugs for the first time in her life, really ever. And then she got eaten by a Tarask and sneezed out, and she's just unhappy. So I'm going to use my nat 20 as I throw out a phase bolt in his direction.
I love it.
So it's shift and no, but Control.
Yeah.
Which button do I press
Shift.
to
Shift, click, drag.
shift? Yeah.
Yep, left shift, not right shift. There we go. Nice.
Whoa, yeah, okay,
Oh.
that'll do it. All right.
This little stuttering
Agnes has
full
had
head of
enough.
cheese, just like I'm enough.
I'm just imagining her being like, "Oh my god, this is just absolute bullshit. Die already."
Yeah, I have had enough of you. All right.
This is not
As
how I
the-
imagine this day going.
Yeah, as your bolt explodes. Well, yesterday, remember? I mean, like, we did have
Yeah,
the
we
roast.
did, yeah.
All right. So, the bolt explodes in his chest as he falls down backwards onto the stairs. Large gaping wound forming in his chest as he lies defeated. He looks to you and you know what? We're gonna play this as a cinematic scene because I would like to.
Ooh.
He looks to you and he says, You have bested me. Now finish it. As he breathes heavily, unable to battle, laying on the ground, suffocating with blood choking him.
Agnes walks up behind Quinn and just pushes her and goes, "You've got that sword."
You're going to let me do this. All right. So I'm going to take the sword and run him through.
All right, he dies. What a shame. Could have asked him a lot of stuff about the layout and who was here and where to find Neolandis. Plenty of opportunities, but yep, he is now a stuck pig. His last dying gasp, he vacates and his eyes roll to the back of his head. You have given him a swift but honorable death.
He was a contemptible creature. I'm glad he's dead.
Yeah, what a shame. If only things were not black and white.
Oops.
Yeah,
Oh,
I'm nearly
man.
passing out from blood loss, and you want me to conduct an interrogation and be thoughtful? I don't think that's happening.
Hey, I didn't say it had to be you either.
Well, when somebody pushes me forward and says,
yeah.
"You've got the sword,"
Yeah,
Stab
fair,
him.
fair.
Okay.
Yeah,
I
no,
do.
No,
I'm
but-
like, I
Yeah.
know what I'm supposed to do. I've got the sword.
Yeah, the pointy end goes in this guy. Yeah, that's perfect. You
That's
nailed it. Well, he's dead.
Good.
We've got an investigator. We'll find the stuff anyway.
Oh, that's brilliant. You guys, I cannot stress enough how much I love you guys. I'm like, here I am, ready for a scene, and it's like, you kill him. Okay, yeah, he's dead now. Yeah, he's pretty dead. Yeah, he's gone. He was.
Yeah, you're like, this is gonna be cinematic. I'm like,
Yeah, fuck your cinema. In fact, I don't see no popcorn, motherfucker. There ain't no cinema here. Who do I kill next?
that witty enough for you?
All right. Well, Quinn is gravely injured. Before we end tonight's stream, does anyone want to do any last minute healing before we regroup with everyone?
I'm gonna hand.
Yes.
I'm gonna give her a lesser healing potion. I think those
Hold
are
up.
better than the minor ones. Oh,
Yep,
or
right,
you're gonna
right.
do something first.
Oh wow, she's actually the only one that is harmed. Well, we
Yeah.
are going to.
He took
Do
the
level 3
insult
heal.
very personally.
Oh,
All right, cool, sweet.
And there you go.
actually,
Turned me into
Yes.
a plate of Friskies.
Done. All right. He is. Oh, and you're sickened, and all those conditions will go away as well as your disturbing
Yes.
visions vacate your mind.
You still need a healing potion as well on top of that.
I've got some.
Okay.
All right.
I got
Cool.
4 lesser and 4 minor.
Yeah,
All right.
I've got some lesser.
All right. Taking a moment to rest up and heal, you get the sense of this place being a tribute to Belo, the owner of the house. This individual was simply another rakshasa, which means that there are likely more in the road ahead. Back out, you can see that there is, again, a way to continue upwards towards the palace, following the bridges, continuing up. Alternatively, as well, there seems to be a carved tunnel entrance just outside the door to the right. You can access it from the from a little bit further up, where the rope bridge is.
Yeah, before we start going on too, can I just do search the body, see if he's got any keys or anything that might help us, or
no,
useful items?
No, he did. Let me see for useful items. So he does have on his person.
I would expect the kukri and dagger.
Yes. Well, that's the kukri. Kukri is a dagger.
Okay.
So he has a striking kukri. A keen striking kukri.
Oh, I might as well take that. Can I examine it, make sure it's not cursed or anything first? Before I grab it?
Yes, but I need to find... you know what? Sure.
Alright,
As you do so, you pick up the kukri and examine it. This kukri in itself is probably the finest weapon you've ever held in your hand. It probably would fetch a good 200-300 gold.
Okay.
And its sharpness never seems to dull.
Nice.
But that is all he has on him.
Demon Fairy might appreciate that.
Yeah, I'll stick that in my pocket.
All right. Climbing up and making your way across the various rope bridges, you eventually come to that cave entrance that I said before. Listening in and hearing, you can hear the sound of a breeze, as if there is another pathway that you could go if you were to head that way. Once we return, we will find out if our heroes will delve deeper into the dungeons beneath the Arconis Palace, or if they will return upwards and face off with their captor. Given their friend, I guess, because you guys do have an open invitation to be here, and you were welcomed. And well, up until the point where they find out you've killed Baelor's cousin, you were beloved.
Well, we didn't mean to kill again. We tried to explain. We took a wrong turn, and back out. But he sicked snakes on us and attacked. And
the man was outraged that you broke into his home.
Yeah.
Killed his two pets, and then insulted him, then murdered him in cold blood.
Well, I'm sure he was no more outraged than we are that they are imprisoning our friend.
Which you still don't have proof of.
Hmm.
Mind you, yet. There's a big yet. I mean, let's not pretend. Yeah, a rakshasa is a rakshasa. He's a rakshasa, it's fine.
Well, and we saw the images. We know what he's about.
Yeah, we do. He is in no way, shape, or innocent. But the card, it is not black and white. Basically, despite being evil, he was a man of honor, and being defeated, he would have given you the information without probing.
Well,
But I want to put that out there as I tried to reclaim it, Schooly Eye. I did. It was in my head. There was a whole bunch of stuff. And if anyone stopped to make a perception check on him, they would have actually seen a symbol to Shizuru on his person, which was a symbol of the god of honorable warfare and honorable battle. So there was some stuff. There was some stuff that I'd put in, but I didn't get a chance to go into it. But that's fine. It's fine. Let's raid someone. Let's go raiding.
Let's go.
Let's see. Who is out and about and ready for raids? Scarlet looks like she's out to some fun. Doing some Pathfinder stuff as well. You know what? Let's raid Scarlet. I don't think there's anyone who's jumping out at me at present. CB is playing a level 20 game. AJ's got thirsty sword lesbians. I don't see any other Pathfinder people. So Scarlet it is. All right. So we're going to go raid our dear friend Scarlet64, a wonderful and amazing human being. Be sure to follow their channel and go and see all the cool stuff that they do. I'm going to be hopefully working with Scarlet on a couple of projects later on down the track. So stay tuned for that. And guys, till we meet again, be kind to each other, stay safe, stay wonderful, and until we meet again, as always, from me to you, game hard or die trying. Bye, folks!
Bye bye.